Have a drink.
I need a drink. It's my birthday, y'all. What y'all buying me?
Oh, not yet.
Oh, yeah. You know it's my birthday week.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. That's my dance. No, anyway.
This is your dance.
Purple politicians sing it.
Hey, Purple World.
It's Masina.
And Clint. And we're the Purple Politicians. Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened. June 7th, they released a new album by Prince, The Originals. It was released on Tidal on June 7th. And then on the 21st of June, they released the CD version of the album. They had the normal, regular album and then the exclusive to Target version with the cinematic version of Nothing Compares to You. And guess what? We have it. We have it.
We got the exclusive.
And I bet you do too.
Well, it really wasn't that hard to find.
No.
You walk into Target and there it is. So what we're gonna do? Well, since last month I reviewed the album based on the Tidal release, we're gonna open up the CD because this is an unboxing of the CD, and then I guess we'll just review the cinematic mix of Nothing Compares to You. Unless you have any thoughts of the songs, because I did that solo. She didn't give her opinion on the album.
Let me tell you.
Tell me what you thought of the album.
Okay, so when I got it, what did I think when I first heard it? Of course, I was expecting to, excited about hearing 100 miles per hour and Makeup, because I'd heard 100 miles per hour before and, had that version, Maserati's version and Prince's version. I was like, yeah, I like Prince's version.
Yeah.
I like them both, but yeah, Prince's version is...
They're pretty similar to me.
The other one, what's the other one that you said? Oh, Makeup. I was at work when I was listening to it, and I was like, what the hell?
Well, personally, that's my favorite song on the album. Yeah. That's my number one song.
It was, I was like, what is this? What the hell? What is going on? Because I was like, wait, I can't, I need to register this, but I couldn't. I was at work, so I turned it all off, and I was like, yo, Makeup.
See, but remember when we announced the whole release was coming out a couple months ago, we said we wanted to hear Makeup, and it turned out to be like the best song on the album. I think he just did that whole staccato singing Devo type thing better than Brenda did actually. So
his tone was.
It just worked better with the song.
Yeah.
It just really worked better with the song, and he was better at it, even though Brenda and he have the same voice. But that's my number one song. I'll tell you what my number two is later. But what are your other thoughts?
100 miles per hour. I love it, but I wasn't musically. I didn't like the extra guitars that who Prince added. I keep thinking someone else.
Well, yeah,
added
because
it doesn't sound Princey to me.
Well, it's the keyboard wasn't to the fore like in the Maserati version. Because, in the Maserati version, the keyboard part is...
But there's a guitar there.
Yeah, but with Prince doing it, there's a guitar in there, and it sounds a little dirtier.
No, I don't like it. It sounds corny.
Well, I didn't say it sounded good. I just said it sounded dirtier.
I don't like it.
She doesn't like it.
I'm getting used to it, but... Because I've listened to that, and I'm like, okay, I've been listening to that. But then when I listen to the, the demo version, I'm like, all right, well... I guess I could deal with it, but...
For me, it's pretty close, aside from that guitar thing, the guitar thing. But, they pretty much copied him exactly as far as the voice, and they followed his lead completely.
That way,
yeah, so it followed pretty much, and it's exact. My number two, though, was Wouldn't You Love to Love Me? Yeah.
I really like that song.
A, because I'd never heard that version. B, it's just a funkier version. Like the version that he gave to Tasha Seville, I kind of like that back in '88, I think is when I got it originally, and that was my go-to version. Even though the recording I had was horrible, it was a horrible recording, and I could never find a good recording of that version. The only better version was the Rebels version, which came out '79. I think.
Well, what about people who don't know what the Rebels are?
Oh, well, for those that don't know what the Rebels are,
like, who are the Rebels?
The Rebels, Prince formed a band called the Rebels, and basically it was him and the Dirty Mind / Controversy. No, pretty much the Dirty Mind band. Gail Chapman, Dez, Andre. Wait, I don't know if it's Andre or Brown Mark. Oh wow. See that I don't remember who the bass player was. I'm pretty sure it was Andre, and Prince and Bobby, and Dr. Fink, and they all kind of shared the credits. They all wrote songs together. They all Gail Chapman sang some lyrics, Prince sang some lyrics, lead, and they were gonna release like 9 songs I think they recorded, and they were going to release it under the name Rebels, but no one was really supposed to know who they were. Like, the album cover was supposed to be a picture of them, but in silhouette, so you don't really see who they are. And that was supposed to be like their secret album, but it just never happened. They shelved it. They recorded all the songs, and Wouldn't You Love to Love Me was one of those songs. And it was more of a disco-y, rocky version of it. And the version in the originals was kind of recorded in between those two versions. I think it was recorded 81, 82. And I guess when we open up the CD, we'll read the copyright date and we'll know better. But it was the Rebels version, which came out in '79, which was recorded in '79, never came out. Then the one that was in the originals, and that was recorded in '82, '81, something like that. And then the Tasha Seville, which was probably around '87, '86. And all 3 of them are completely different, and I kind of like the in-between one. I like the middle baby, because it's a little funkier to me, a little dirtier. The recording isn't that clean. They probably cleaned it as much as they could, but out of all the songs,
you can tell.
Yeah, you could tell that it doesn't. It's not as clean as the other songs. All the other ones are nice and clean and sparkly, and this one, you could scrub it a little bit. But those are my 2 faves. So let's get back to where we came in. Let's open it up. And I never bring a knife.
Well, open it.
All right, so here it is. It's open. Let's see what's inside. Okay, good. Nothing falling out. Ah. That's nice. All right, so the inner part of the bifold has all the covers of the albums that are basically covered on this album. You have the family, you've got Taja right there, you got Sheila. Sheila pretty much dominated this album. I don't know if you noticed that. Apollonia 6, Crush Groove. I love that album. Let's see.
Time. What's already on there?
Well, I don't feel like going through the whole thing. And here is the CD right there. And basically it's basic. It's got the spray paint, it's got originals, and then the song list. Same as yours, except it has a 16th track. Nothing compares to cinematic mix. All right, so we're gonna listen to that now. This is what it sounds like.
It's been 7 hours and 13 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day, since you took your love away. Now since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in fancy restaurants, but nothing, I said nothing can take away these blues. 'Cause nothing compares, no, nothing compares to you.
All right. So what did you think of that extra track, the
I
cinematic
actually
mix?
liked it better than the single version that they have previously released.
Honestly, so do I. I kind of like the way it leads off a cappella, and then the strings kind of just build up, and then it goes into the band version on the second verse, but keeping the strings. Who did the strings? Does it say on here? I hope it does. Okay, yep. See what we overlooked? There's a little itty bitty booklet. Let's see, nothing compares to you. Claire Fisher. Yes, Claire Fisher did the orchestration. So these are old strings. So these existed before.
Yeah. I
Wow.
think so. Look at who did the guitars on 100
She
per hour.
She's obsessed on that. Later is this and that. It's all Prince.
Oh,
Everything was Prince.
I wanted to blame somebody.
Yeah, you got no one to blame but Prince. And Wouldn't You Love to Love Me? I wanted to know the year. Wouldn't You Love to Love Me? 81. This version was recorded in 81, so it was recorded 2 years after the Rebels version. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, what we failed to find before, but we just found now, is this little trifold booklet, and basically it's a credit to all the songs. It has Sex Shooter. It tells you where it was recorded, what year it was recorded, and eventually who released it, and their placements on the music charts. I was reading that. I know.
When I watch box openings, I want detail. Unboxings.
And she's absolutely right. But
Detail.
I'm so caught up in this
Nobody wants
unboxing.
to see uncaught upness.
But look, man, I'm allowed to be shocked at what I'm opening up too. You know, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with this album. I really, really, really am. I'm kind of wearing it out, so I'm glad I have a CD to listen to now as backup, because the digital version that I have is just making its rounds in my apartment. But anyway, I'm gonna listen to this again, because this is my new favorite album. I'm so glad. So thank you, Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Thank you for getting it right. Thank you. I'm really, really, really happy with this. It's way better than a piano and a microphone.
Yeah. I hardly listen to that.
I mean, it's something to listen to in passing. It's not something that you pop in the car and jam to. You know, it's just, that's more for archive. That's, you know, it's showing his creative process and him kind of tickling the ivories and coming up with songs and just jamming and practicing and doing what he does in private. This is the finished product, and you know, it all leads up to this eventually, you know. Well, go out and get it if you don't have it yet. Make sure if you buy the CD that you get the Target version, because it does have that extra track of Nothing Compares to You cinematic mix. It's completely worth it. It's better than the one we got last year, in my opinion, in her opinion, if that means anything to you. But honestly, you're just better off getting it because you get one more song. You don't have to go to Japan for that, like usual. But anyway, it's Clint.
And Masina.
Peace and be wild.
Peace and be wild.